Oh, Yog just left.
Bye.
Right on cue, Yog.
Got a little stage fright.
He's
there
on
he
the
is.
server.
He's back. Welcome back, Yog. And there is no message from Yog. Welcome, everyone, to the Existence Podcast. What episode are we on now? We must be on, 17. Would I be correct? No. Yes? Yes.
Oh, I lost
17.
count.
I always forget. I always mean to check, but I never remember. My name is McPeachpies, of course, joined by the wonderful Sandman, the wonderful TC, and apparently we're joined by Yog, but no one's actually heard from him since he joined the Discord, so we'll see if he actually says anything or not. Oh, there we go. We've got a nice little snicker. Hey, Yog is here. It is 17?
Confirmed 17.
Confirmed 17. Great. We were just talking before we started the podcast recording about the 1.14 snapshots, and we figured we would stop talking about it then and get right into it now because TC and Sandman have just now discovered that they added... Well, they didn't add, which is what we're going to discuss.
Well, also I was looking at
zombie...
the new Zombie Villages updated Desert and Tag, and I'm like, there's zombie villages? I've never seen one.
But the thing is, there's always been, though. Well, not always. I'm trying to think when they added them, but I distinctly remember them being added, and essentially, well, they're just a village, but it's just full of zombie villages instead of normal villages.
Well, if they burn up in daylight, that's probably why I've never seen them, because by the time I actually get up to them, they've all burnt to a crisp.
Which is what I always encountered. Like, you'd see them, because sometimes you could see them, in the distance, you'd see the zombies, coming out of the houses and stuff, and then they catch fire, and by the time you actually get into the village, they're all dead.
Unless, of course, they're in a house with a door. Well, then they're just banging on the door trying to get out at you.
And even then, when they first came out, they basically just look like normal villages. So you think you'd just come across a village that somebody had already raided or had already taken the villagers out of it, because it'd just be an empty village that looked completely normal. But now what they've done in the 1.14 snapshots is they've basically made them, well, because they've redone all the village houses, which I'll get to later, but they must have done something within the generation code. So basically once they generate the villages, they kind of look run down and all broken, and there's holes in the roofs and cobwebs and all that stuff, which I think looks so cool. And because you actually know that it's a zombie village now instead of just an empty village.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm looking through the history, and it shows where did I just see that? 19W04A re-added zombie villages, so they took them out at some point.
Oh. Huh.
Maybe that's why I never knew they actually existed, because they were only in for a short time. I don't know.
They must have stopped generating them. If you go, is there a page for it?
Not for zombie villages. They're just kind of stuck in with the regular villages. But I'm looking at the history notes at the bottom, and I'm not even seeing where they first added or removed them.
Weird.
Update.
So I thought they just well, I assumed they were always in the game once they added it. I didn't realize they stopped generating.
Yeah, well, it shows 110 zombie villagers generate in zombie villages will now no longer despawn. So apparently,
oh yeah, that must have been
at one point. So that's 110.
Yeah, that was ages ago. I mean, we started existence on 1.9.
Yeah,
that was nearly 3 years ago. Yikes.
16W21 and 20A. So yeah, it's been a while.
And now they're back. And decent. For once. Instead of just being random little pointless things. I mean, they are still kind of pointless, but
yeah, it doesn't
I guess
say when they
can cure all the villages and stuff. Weird. Very strange.
Yeah, I've never noticed any of the. It said on the wiki that it's only a 2% chance that villages will spawn as. So I probably just never had any luck coming across a zombie village.
You don't have any luck in real life anyway. So what's the point?
Right. So that's probably why I didn't know they exist, because I never came across them.
No,
but now I do.
They are pretty like even if you did come across one, you may have not even known because the zombies just like died in the sun.
It does say, I believe, that the doors and the windows are not there, so there's no doors and there's no glass. But
yeah, unless you're like actually looking at that, you probably wouldn't even notice. To be honest,
I'm just there looking for a blacksmith in the library. That's pretty much it. So
just run and raid the blacksmith, steal all the books, and leave.
I'm hardly in a village.
You guys don't get farmland anymore. I'm taking all your wheat and carrots.
Yeah, I would get some of that too if I need it.
See, the latest update's called the Village and Pillage update, but really, the player is the pillager.
Right. Now you're competing. You have competition now. Who can get to the village first, the game or you?
I don't know.
And they're gonna try to kill you too.
Does the beast trample the farmland? I haven't looked and noticed.
Yeah, it does. It tramples all the farmland.
Oh, I hate the villager or the pillager beast. And I've said this, I think, last one of the other podcasts where we talked about it. I hate it so much.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Just capture them and have battles with iron golems or something.
But then that'd be fun.
It's just so stupid looking.
I like the concept of the villager beast, but yeah, you're right. It's ugly. If it was a lot aesthetically more pleasing, like if it looked a whole lot better, I'd be more for it. But I like the concept.
Monster.
It's just like it looks like a bunch of rectangles, which I mean, every mob in
Minecraft, everything does.
Welcome to Minecraft.
But like it's one distinct rectangle with legs.
Yeah,
like so there's like a modeling
horse,
but a cow, a pig, a horse. They're pretty
all
much
rectangles with legs.
Yeah, but they have more like definition. They actually look like something, whereas the pillager beast literally looks like a cardboard box with.
Well, the pillager beast doesn't exist in real life, so they're just kind of just coming up with it out of thin air.
Neither does a creeper, but what's your point?
Well, yeah, that's true, but that's like a rectangle with 4 little boxes on the bottom.
But I just think like they have such skilled like art design or designers and like graphics makers. I'm trying to think of different professions here, but like the modeling team at Minecraft, surely
they just threw it together.
Yeah, I think I think they got lazy with it.
I was so like sure, like when they first added in like that snapshot that came out, I was like, oh yeah, okay. I don't like this concept very much, but I'm sure they'll make it look better. Like I thought, maybe it was just like the first concept, like in the snapshot, and they were going to, make a better model for it in the next snapshot, but they haven't. And I just think it looks so dumb.
I wonder if there's is there a way to turn pillaging off?
I don't think so. Only in like peaceful, I guess.
I was gonna say they don't come out in peaceful, but then you don't get nothing.
No,
right.
Peaceful's an interesting. Peaceful's fun. I used to play on peaceful a bit with a friend, and it is fun. Like you just kind of build and run around, and don't worry about being killed or anything. But you are very limited into kind of what you can do because you can't get like the normal resources from certain mobs and stuff.
It would be hard to get if you're in survival. It would be hard to get rockets because you need gunpowder.
Yeah,
there's really no way. I guess there's really no way to get gunpowder because it's not a natural.
Kill a bunch of gas.
Well, they're going to be turned off in peaceful. Yeah, they're going to be.
I think the only way is you can find it in like dungeon chests and stuff like that.
Right, but you better turn that completely up so then like the whole entire map is just filled with dungeons.
You don't have that option anymore.
No, true. No, you don't, because they removed it in 1.13.
Yeah, so you're screwed if you just play strictly in peaceful. You might as well just play in creative.
What's the fun in that? Play peaceful.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do because mobs are just really annoying, but now I play on hard or normal.
Nothing beats the squeal out of some of the old guys when the creeper shows up.
Well, I mean, we've been playing on hard on Existence for quite a while now. I remember when we went from normal to hard because it was just too, like, it wasn't challenging enough, I guess, playing on normal.
What the heck did we do on Season 1 opening day?
I can't remember. I'm wondering if we weren't easy, but I remember we...
If that was easy, I was a wuss, because how many times did I die trying to get my stuff back?
Oh, gosh. We must have been on normal, I can't remember, but I do remember we started on normal and then went to hard at some point. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, there's this Patreon server that I used to play on, and they had it set to easy, and it was easy. It was a cakewalk. It was almost like playing in peaceful.
Yeah, easy is very easy.
Yeah, easy's too easy.
But coming back to 1.14, I still don't really. I like the whole the rest of the update and what they've added with Personally, I like all the new kind of crafting tables. Well, not crafting tables per se, but the tool blocks and the cartographer map tables and stone. What are they called? Grindstones and all that.
Yeah, I know Python ended up doing that in one of his videos for season 2 of his single player series.
Yeah,
he ended up killing a pillager leader without killing the rest of the pillager group. And he got a bad omen and sticks with you, and you have to actually, once you enter a village, you have to go through waves, and it gets harder and harder as you go. I think there's 6 of them.
That's so weird.
I don't really. I think it's a good concept, but I don't think that should be something that should be implemented in vanilla. I think that should be you kind of have hardcore mode. I think that's maybe something that could be exclusively in hardcore,
or even if that only happened on a hard mode kind of thing.
Or but I think there should be an option to turn that off, because for me, if I'm building and want to implement villagers within my builds, I'm gonna constantly get raided by pillagers, and this is gonna be really annoying.
Well, I mean, they've always had the zombie raids. That's been a thing for as long as I've been playing.
Yeah, but that makes sense,
You just gotta build better defenses.
Right.
Yeah, well, actually, just quickly before Sandman, when I first started playing Minecraft, proper, on the computer edition in 2000 and I want to say 13, might have been 12, I can't remember. But even on creative mode, my super flat world, I didn't know how to change it to peaceful or anything. So I actually built pressure plate traps around this village I was building in to kill all the zombies and mobs that were swarming the village, because I didn't know how to turn it to peaceful mode. But that's just a fun fact. What were you going to say, Sandman?
Oh, well, for me, I'm just probably just going to let it be with the pillager and illager update, and just go with it and kind of just implement that within my world. So, because there's really nothing I can do. I can't really stay in 1.13, and if I want to keep updating, it's gonna be in there for, God knows how long. So,
yeah. Well, I'm just looking here on the wiki. It says the Illager Beast has 50 hearts of health, which is a lot.
That's a boss fight.
Has 100% knockback resistance when hit. That's annoying. I hate knockback resistance. It looks so stupid because you hit this thing and it just stands still. Even it had a tiny little bit. Destroys crops and leaves. Attacks villagers. Drops a saddle when killed. 100% of the time not affected by looting. And apparently their name is still a work in progress.
So I think the one good thing about the what is it? The Illager Beast is what it's called.
Yeah.
Is that it drops a saddle every single time. Yeah. I think that's a good thing. Because then you don't have to go search for a dungeon or a monument or a desert temple. Yeah, so you don't have to go and search for those. You can just it's going to be a lot more convenient to go find a Illager Beast and just kill it. Assuming that you're geared up for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. And by then, you've probably come across enough things or fishing or anything like that to have enough saddles. A one saddle.
Assuming if you do the AFK fish thing. Well, for me, I don't right.
If you go to the Nether and find a Nether fortress, saddles are pretty common in there, along with horse armor. Well, actually, are they? I know horse armor is.
I know horse armor is. I've seen saddles. I've seen saddles in them, but not
dungeons. I don't know about
you
the
find
nether.
saddles a lot in dungeons.
I think saddles. I think the percentage of saddles spawning in another fortress are pretty low.
Yeah, I think you might
But
be right there.
they're pretty high in dungeons though. I usually get like 1 to 2 saddles per dungeon raid.
I'm just having a look here at the raid mechanics on the wiki. It says raids spawn near villages, any area with at least one door and one village. Any door with at least one. Jeez, that seems minimal.
There is a workaround though with that, is that you can use you probably need a texture pack to do this, but you can use trapdoors as like spruce doors. Those won't register. So you could I saw that on Mobo's Garage. He's a small YouTuber. He has like 500 subs, but he's an Xbox player, and he was building this building in his farming district for a villager breeder, and so he used trapdoors as regular doors, so then it wouldn't interfere with the villager breeder.
Oh,
so that's something that you could possibly do, is just use trapdoors to make it look like an actual door. That way, it won't register as villages, and then you won't get the raids.
Yeah, that just seems so unnecessary, though, to have to like work around that.
Yeah, that's the downside. But
and that don't work if you're making an iron farm. You got to have the doors.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to. So probably if your iron farm's not over an ocean, you're gonna get a lot of probably pillagers and illagers just underneath your iron farm,
which you can then farm. And I did read somewhere that, because of course the different waves will spawn different illagers, and there is a chance that it'll spawn an evoker. Or is it an evoker? Which is the one that has like magic?
Evoker. Well, according to raids, it says Pillager, Vindicator, Evoker, Vex, Witch, and Illager Beast.
Yeah. And the Evoker, I think it's the Evoker spawns or drops the Totem of Undying. So you can now farm, technically speaking, you can farm Totems of Undying.
And Iron all at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a Totem of Undying. I'm going to have to work
on that. Well, no, because
I've never raided a Woodland Mansion.
Exactly.
What's the whole point? What's the whole point of that? Like, I think isn't that only for like
an achievement?
Well, the Totem of Undying, isn't that only like useful in hardcore mode?
It's a single use item.
Yeah, it's a single use. It brings you back from the dead or something.
Basically, so if you like, because I used to do my Snapshot Survival series when they first added that, I basically got one. Actually, you get heaps of them if you raid a single Woodland Mansion. Like, because there's multiple evokers.
I thought there's only 3.
Mansion, but I can't remember. I remember I got a bunch of them. Anyway, so basically, if you take enough damage to kill you, it'll give you, I think, like 5 hearts back or something, regeneration and something for a second, and basically just stop you from dying. So, like, if you jump off a really, really high place and you break your ankles, it will unbreak your ankles to a certain degree and stop you from dying.
Gotcha.
So it's a cool little mechanic, but
right. I guess it helps in certain circumstances.
Yeah.
But like if you're really far away, yeah, you would see
raid one of those once.
Could have used one of those last UHC we played.
Yeah. But you think about people raid those and then like they're done with it. There's no benefit from really raiding it. Like I know we raided one as a group on season 2. Well, actually, did we raid it as a group? I don't think we did. No, we just did the event that got set up in it. And like, TC, did you find a Woodland Mansion?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah,
but all I've done is taken. Who the heck did I take out of there?
Vindicator.
Whichever one it was. I just took the one mob out and I haven't been back.
Exactly. Like, you think about any other structure in the game, like end cities, villages, ocean monuments. Even ocean monuments can be a bit pointless if you're not going to build a farm.
Right.
But
desert temples?
Desert temples, yeah. But even they've got like good loot in them. The loot in Woodland Mansions is so random and like insignificant.
Yeah, and then the jungle temples got even less loot, so it's like...
Yeah.
Yeah, but jungle temples are still fun. They've always been... To me, they've always had a special place because they're like... They've been one of those things that I used to... Like, when I first started playing, one of those things that I used to love finding so much because they were always so cool because they had all the pistons and the levers and the redstone and all that. But the mansion, I like the idea of the mansion. I don't like how like insanely hard they are to get to. You have to like actually, do the cartographer and all that. But
I think the most difficult part is actually finding it.
Yeah. Once you get in, if you have the right gear, it's so easy to raid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did it on my Snapshot Survival series in single player where I didn't have the best gear because I never put the time in to grind all that gear and all that. Right. And I still managed to, get through it. Yeah. But, come back to the Totem of Undying, it's just one of those things that, everyone kind of knows about, but it's so easy to forget.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot of a point.
Sure, it's just one of those things where when you're done with it, you're done with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like you'd raid a woodland mansion and then... Well, even now with the pillager raids, I feel like people won't even bother to find woodland mansions.
Oh, because you can just have them come to you.
One. Yeah. We found one at the start of the season. Well, I think Duo and Sean did, I think, way back ages ago. They found it.
Turned it into a Halloween special, didn't they?
Turned it into a... But that was kind of cool. That I think that was Eli and ISO turned it into like a big event. I think Sean had plans for it or something, but there's basically like no real, I guess, use for them. And that's what I'm worried about with some of the things they add. Like, I guess sometimes it's hit and miss. Some things they'll add and they might not intend to be these big deals, but like the ocean monuments, that was cool. And now they're like a must-have kind of thing if you're going to, grind out the world. You got to have an ocean monument and a guardian farm.
Well, they're really good for XP. I think you get more XP from a guardian than you do an Enderman.
I just like it for the...
I think so, but the guardian farms are really irritating. They can be if you...
They're a lot more difficult to build, though, than a Ender.
Yeah, way more difficult. Yeah. To me, I prefer to use Enderman farms because they feel quicker. In the sense, like on Game Mode 4, the public guardian farm on there, because there's no access to the end just yet, but the public guardian farm, it feels like it takes for ages because you keep taking so much damage when you hit them, because of course they have the thorns. And to me, that's just, it feels like it takes so much longer, but I think you're right in saying that their XP drop is higher.
Yeah, because they're more dangerous mobs, I think, and the more dangerous the mob is, the more XP you get.
I just like them for the sea lanterns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the, what is it called?
Prismarine?
Prismarine, yeah, for building.
Hmm.
That's mainly my reason for, like, that would be my reason. Yeah, that would be my reason for actually building one of those farms was for Prismarine for building. And then once I get to the end, then do an Ender, use that as the primary XP farm.
Yeah. Oh, well. But, there still isn't any idea of when 1.14 is coming out, is there?
I know.
It just says early 2019.
So I'm assuming first quarter. So before
the next 2 months.
Probably no later than the end of April.
Oof.
That's not even the first quarter. The first quarter is January, February, March.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Hashtag math.
First third, then.
Yeah. Well, do we want to talk about our plans? Or do we want to...
Yeah, we can talk about that if you want.
Talk about
we might as well.
We have plans? I don't know.
Essentially, we need 1.14 to come out before March, or at least before mid-March, as we are thinking about or heavily considering starting Season 3. Whoa!
Yay!
So this is an idea that came up beginning of this month to basically take the 1.14 update and take the 3 anniversary of existence and just start season 3.
Roll it all together.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it looks like if everything works, it will be real awesome and heaps of fun. We're down to 6 members now.
Lowest
which
ever.
Makes me laugh and pain because I think this is the lowest actual member count we've ever had.
I would say
I think. Yog, any ideas?
I believe so, actually.
Yeah.
I can remember a time when we had more than 6 members, but only 3 were really active.
Well, since the start of the year, we've had Chris leave, we've had Jay leave.
I got sick.
TC, well, we'll come back to that. Kaney's focusing on real life. Haven't heard from Kaney in a little while. So, just for the sake of it, oh no, hang on, my alarm's going off. Time to wake up. There we go.
No wonder you were late. You had your alarm set 2 hours late.
Did I say Chris Mons left?
Yeah.
Jay's left. Who else left? Someone else left.
I don't know. Pretty much everybody left.
Pretty much everyone left. So we're kind of... It's slightly ironic how things have worked out because we've basically all the new people that we got for Phase 2 are now the only people, plus me and Yog. So it's a funny time for us at the moment. And like TC said, TC's been sick. Monday's got a lot going on in real life.
I wouldn't recommend the influenza diet either.
Ooh, it doesn't sound like fun.
I was so sick I lost 5 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
Although I don't know,
good time, but you'll lose weight.
Yep, exactly.
Oh gosh. I've been packing and sorting a whole lot of stuff out for when I move. In 2 weeks from the day we're recording this podcast, I will be moving. That is terrifying. I'll be literally moving to almost the complete other side of the country. In fact, I don't think there is many other places I could kind of go.
Now, are you going to be living in a dorm room?
No, I will be flatting.
Ah. Solo or with roommates?
With roommates. Yeah.
Ah.
So one of the guys I'm flatting with I know from home and from school and stuff, and then the rest of the guys that I'm flatting with are people that he knows from university. But that's coming up, and that's coming up real quick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then Monday's been busy real life, and Talks has been real busy with real life. TC got sick. Sandman's still grinding it out as always.
Yeah.
And yeah, so everyone's real busy. Even Sandman's busy.
Man, I was hoping after the holidays it would get a lot nicer, and it hasn't.
Yeah, it's just been tricky, I think. We went full throttle for Christmas. Looking back on it, we were doing something every other week or every week even, something was happening. Mm-hmm. And whether that just kind of, wore everyone out a little bit and then things got a bit more busy with the holidays and people still haven't quite caught up. But I'm getting slowly back into it. I tidied up my house and I really love my new house. And got a few other projects me and TC blew up the Christmas tree.
That was so sad.
I'm looking forward to that video.
Yeah, well, that'll be in my next episode. I think.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that.
But the Aurora got done.
The Aurora got done. That's something. So Noah, the one not member did something. Mind you, I turned it into a cool little time lapse, which came up pretty well.
That has already come out though, right?
Yeah, that episode's out.
I was gonna say I thought I saw that one.
Yeah, I still haven't watched that episode yet. Shame on me.
For shame. Walking down ringing the bell.
Shame. Shame.
But yeah, so everyone's just, we're down to the lowest kind of member count we've ever had. Everyone's real busy at the moment. So we thought, well, season 2 has been around for a very, very long time.
Not as long as season 1.
No, season 2's older now.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure, if you think about it.
Well, you had the 1 year anniversary.
Season 1 must have
one.
been... Yeah, Season 1 finished in, we'll say, early August.
I thought it was like a year and a half. Oh, I guess it's about
so that's like a
then.
year. Yeah, 1 year, 5 months. And then...
and then this one's been 1 year and 5 months, so it's just getting over.
Oh, here we go. How many days since 7th of August 2017? I think that's when we started. 358 days. That doesn't help me. 358 days. Yeah, 1.47 years. Compared to time from March 20th, 2016 to, we'll say, I'm trying to remember when we finished. I want to go to the 4th, I think it was. August 4th, 2017. Ah, jeez. Now I'm going down like a rabbit hole of different calculators. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that Season 2 is in fact now older than Season 1. So the world's been around for a long time, and I think we're all like pretty happy with, actually like playing in this world still. Like we've still got lots to do, like the Sandman's outpost and the nether portals in town, even. Like we've still managed to develop a little bit more, but there is a lot of old buildings. Like you walk into town and
I have Season 2, Episode 1, August 7th.
Yeah. So, what did I say? 300 and...
I don't know, a lot of days.
Yeah, by about 2 months, I think Season 2 is now older than Season 1. So, yeah, we've been going for a long time now, and it just kind of feels... Well, with the season, or the 3 anniversary coming up, it kind of just works.
Feels
fit quite nicely. Yeah. And, we could have reset when we did Phase 2. And that's kind of why we did Phase 2, because we didn't really want to reset. We still wanted to, embrace the world that we have at the moment, as there is a lot of history in it, and
a lot of stuff
we weren't ready to give it up. But now we're kind of like getting to the point where, we've even since we had Phase 2, and while the aquatic outpost was a complete flop, it kind of just... It feels right. And with 1.14, if that all lines up with the 3 anniversary, it will basically, it'll be a nice kind of fresh start, really, for all of us. And we've already got, I think, 2 people. We won't talk about that at the moment, I don't think. We'll just wait a little bit longer until we kind of get development going. If we get development going, if 1.14 comes out before March. So there are a lot kind of ifs and buts, but we've still got a little bit of time. And...
Who's got the sheep?
What?
I thought I heard a sheep bat. It was background noise from Sandman.
Oh, what? My sister and her fiance are over, and their dogs are over too. So
they're buying at the dogs.
I think that was my dad saying "bad dog." I think it just sounded like
it was bad.
Anyway. Gosh. I completely lost my train of thought now.
New people coming.
New people.
Won't talk about it.
So we'll wait and see kind of how things work out.
Now, I know there was a few old members that talked about wanting to come back at 1.14 too, wasn't there?
Yeah, but we're not going to jump to any conclusions there, because it all heavily depends on where their channels are at the moment.
Well, I know one is still putting stuff out, so on occasion.
On occasion, yeah. But anyway, that we're not focusing too much on Season 3 at the moment, because we still want to kind of keep playing in the Season 2 world, and we just want to wait and see when 1.14 does come out, and if it all lines up with the 3 anniversary. And it's going to be tricky too, because with me moving in 2 weeks, and then a week after that, I start studying. We're doing classes and such for my my course. So things are going to be tricky, and I'm going to be flatting, so I'm going to be living in close quarters with other people, and my time zones don't exactly make it easy for me to be up at reasonable times to record with other people. I did consider my fate with existence when I did move, but essentially just went full cycle, and I just, I can't give it up. It's like an addiction.
So that's yours. This is yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been multiple cases where I probably should have left, just for my own well-being, in the sense of, fitting everything in with real life. But it is an addiction, and for better or worse, I'm not ready to give it up.
For Richard Report.
Yeah.
You're married to existence.
Well, it's my baby. It's my child.
Yep.
Not married to my child, but, I raised
it. A little weird, man.
It's good having you back, TC, back from the beginning, and Yog, you've been around for a stupidly long time now.
I think Yog's been around longer than me at this point.
Well, if you think, in terms of, I guess, hours played or consistently been, a member, considering you left to go trucking and all that, Yog probably has been, yeah. But now that we got all the phase 2, that was ages ago now, and everyone's basically we're a proper group now. There's no newbies or new guys or anything. We're all together again. It's a funny time for us all. In season 3, if it works, like I said, there's a lot riding on it and a lot of ifs and buts, but it would be heaps of fun.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that 1.14 comes out when the 3-year anniversary comes out, or arrives.
Well, ideally we need it to come out before that, so that we can start actually figuring how we want to do it.
I think
we don't want it to come out.
I think it'll be nice to have all the new stones or the slabs and stairs and stuff to build with.
Yeah,
it's going to open up so many possibilities.
Yeah, so much more detail and different ways of building.
Mm-hmm.
But because we mentioned the aquatic outposts and stuff, and that really, I think that would have worked differently if phase 2 had gone a bit differently. Because originally we intended to get, I think, twice as many new members as we actually did get, but a lot of people declined because they wanted to kind of stick with their single player series, or weren't able to join, or had different reasons. But really, I think the aquatic outpost didn't quite work out initially, is because people kind of just wanted to play normal and build their houses and kind of be a part of town and part of the community and stuff, instead of just coming straight on and working on a single project. And to be honest, I just feel like if we'd started the aquatic outpost earlier, or had continued on with season 2. Well, we still might continue on with season 2. You don't know yet, but I think we intended to kind of turn it into a marketplace area, which I really like the idea of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but that's how there is no real market area.
No,
yeah, there never has been.
I think that's one thing. If we do reset for season 3, that's definitely something that we should do, is actually plan out an actual town area with markets and housing and.
Season 1 was markets and housing separate.
Yeah, and Yog will remember this, and TC maybe might remember this. I'm not sure how long you were around at the start of the season, but we did have maps and layouts and everything, and we kind of stuck to it. You've got the whole residential area on that one side, and then the farming area behind it, and as you've seen, there is that kind of market area that was meant to be. But things they did go to a plan, but definitely if we do start season 3 in March, I've definitely been considering really wanting to push the outposts properly and get that an actual system going. But we've all got lots of plans. I know Yog has sent me one amazing, absolutely incredible build idea that he wants to do. I don't know if Yog wanted to talk about that or not.
I'm curious to know what it is.
Well, you'll wait to see until the season starts to see that idea.
Such a tease.
1.14 better come out then.
Yeah. We can hope anyway.
All right, wrap it up.
Yeah. Gosh, been rambling on about
40 minutes.
Nonsense all over again. I swear we just start on one topic and then just end up making complete other nonsense. But yeah, so we've got plans. We've still, like I said, there's so many things depending on it. Really, it comes down to
Are we still
when
searching?
1.14 comes out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're always looking for new members, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, as far as in line with if everything goes with the 1.14 release, I figured you'd be looking for
that's
more
what we're
people.
really waiting for before we kind of start going full throttle into like looking for new people to join and all that. We really just need to see when 1.14 comes out. But we've still got a couple people at the moment who are pretty much, if 1.14 comes out and season 3 does start, are pretty much set in stone. But if it does happen, then we will probably publicly express interest in new members, like with a proper like announcement video and stuff.
Gotcha.
But hey, if you are interested, feel free to join the Discord. Link is in the description below. And just let us know. And we can always note you down and have a look later on. But yeah. It's a funny time for everyone, and lots is going to be happening with everyone in real life. And lots will be happening with existence down the line. But yeah, I guess that'll wrap things up here.
Sounds good.
Yep. Thanks everyone for stopping by, listening in, watching the time go by in the video. Thanks to Sandman, TC, and Yog for joining me.
Yep.
And we'll catch you all later.
Later, hosers.
See ya.
See ya.